Game 5, the Washington Commanders will invite to our stadium, or maybe they'll rent out our stadium and have all their fans here, the
Right?
Tennessee Titans. I will be going to this game. My sister got me some tickets. I'm kind of super excited. Yes.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
I still want to go. We will be in section 228. My guy Anton Benton will also be at the game, so I'm sure we'll
Ab will be there.
Tailgate. Ab will be there. You know, there's gonna be a bunch of us there, so you know we're gonna be wherever we are. We'll probably be yelling the loudest. I will definitely say that. Said yes, sir. I will see you there. I can dig it. Yo, so let's get into it. Let's talk about it. We're playing the Tennessee Titans. We all know the big guy. We all know Derrick Henry. But do you fear these guys? I mean, we seen they got crushed by Buffalo 41-7. They didn't look too great thus far this year. They've had moments, but what are your thoughts?
You know, I think the shine has come off Mike Vrabel and the Tennessee Titans. You know, he reminds me a lot of Ron Rivera. He just like a newer version. He seems to be this kind of more old school type coach. You know, he plays by running the ball, pounding you. You know, he's got a quarterback who he just doesn't want to lose the game for him, basically, be that game manager. So no, I'm not too worried about them. I will say this is a must-win game.
Yes,
you can call this code red if you want to. We have to win this game, have to win next week against the Bears and be at 3-3 if we're going to right this ship. Otherwise, it's going to be really, really challenging to make this any type of a decent season. They've got, you know, a stud in our most weakest area. Their defensive tackle, Jeffrey Simmons, is a beast. Yep. And that is, you know, our interior line has been poor, and that's going to be a huge play. Let's hope maybe this week 2 of Nick Martin in there, plus, you know, Sadiq Charles, he's got a little bit more beef. You know, we'll be able to work together, get some cohesion and play and kind of contain this guy as best you can, because he can certainly be a problem. You know, and then like we did against Dallas there, you know, they want to run their offense through Derrick Henry, and you know, sometimes we can hold the guys and other times we get gashed with the run game. So that's going to be a big part of the game there. But no, they don't see us as a formidable opponent, but I don't see them as a formidable opponent either.
Right. I mean, I'm in agreement with you. I just, you know, this to me is another game. If you would have said this at the beginning of the season, I'd be like, oh, dang, this is something big. You know, they were the AFC, you know, best team in the AFC last year on paper. You know, but let's remember that team was without Derrick Henry, even though he did come back in the playoffs, but they had to sustain and do all that with Tannehill. They had A.J. Brown. They even had Julio, even though he didn't do much. You know what I mean? So they had a formidable team a year ago. This is not that team. So things will be a little bit different. And let's go ahead and get right into it. Let's go ahead and get right. Do you have
jingle.
Jiggle.
Do you have the keys?
I got the keys. Okay. The keys to victory. Absolutely. And you said it. And anytime anybody goes up against Tennessee, they say it. We all know it. Stop King Henry. Or as what is it? Where did he put it? Did he say fear King? Oh yeah, there it is. Contain King Henry. That, I think, is more reasonable, more realistic. We have to contain him. We have got to limit him from those big plays. He's going to beat us down. They're going to get a steady dose of him. We saw what he was able to do to the Raiders. We need to make sure that we can get him down. No, we cannot let him get these broken tackles where he's running off and having these big, long gains, and certainly can't have him stiff-arming our guys and making highlight reels out of us. So we need to get him down. We got to contain King Henry, no doubt.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. So, yeah, stop the run game is going to be huge. On offense, we have to plug up the middle. Jeffrey Simmons is their stud. That's where we're the weakest. They've got 2 other guys who actually have more sacks than him. Rashad Weaver, who I've never heard of, and Danico Autry, who I've never even heard of, have more sacks than him. Autry plays they're both linebackers, so they're kind of coming from the outside. But we have to contain that interior pressure so that we're able to run the ball, so that we're able to get off passes, so that we're able to give Carson a chance to just survey the field. I think that's going to be the big challenge is, can we stop that interior push?
Absolutely. Absolutely. The second thing I have for us is discipline. We had 11 penalties for over 130 yards.
Yes.
That clearly was a huge part in last week's loss to the Cowboys. Okay? We have got to be more disciplined. O-linemen, hold your water. Secondary, my God, y'all have got to keep your hands to yourself. Stop tugging. Stop. William Jackson III, you need to stop grabbing people by their daggone shirts and all that. Okay? Come on. We signed you because we thought you could play some ball. And we have got to be disciplined. We cannot have almost the same amount of penalty yards as we do rushing yards. We can't. Okay? That's it. We have got to be disciplined. I can't harp on that enough.
Yep. It's perfect. No, I love that idea, and kind of piggybacking off that is, as I say, on defense, we have to limit the chunk plays. I don't think their lineup really scares me much, but they've got two receivers with the way we play that can hurt you. You know, the rookie Treylon Burks and then Robert Woods that came over from the Rams. So they can make you pay out there. So we have got to limit these chunk plays. These defensive backs, our corners, have got to step up their game, because if you allow Tannehill to get into a rhythm and then you've got the running game going, it's just going to be a snowball effect, and we're not going to be able to come back from it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And my last thing is this. It cannot happen. It will not happen. Well, actually, it might happen because it's happened multiple times. Tress Way cannot have more yards than our quarterback. Tress Way had 270. Our quarterback had, I think, 170.
Oh.
It can't happen. And I love him. I love you, Tress. You're my guy. But no. And the only reason that if we're balanced and our running game is running for like 200 yards or something, like, okay, fine. You keep taking the ball out of Carson's hand. I don't have an issue with that as much. But when Tress Way is just punting all over the place, no, can't have it. That's not a successful team. It's not, because we're not even benefiting from him changing the field position, because what are we doing on defense? You know what I mean? Right. So we have to. Our offense has to have more yards, and specifically our quarterback has to have more yards than our damn punter. That's where I'm at.
That's a sad stat, man.
Yeah.
It's bad. This is a key to victory, but I'm just going to say win the game. I don't care how it happens. I mean, I'd love to see it be a clean victory pretty easily. I don't care if you all have to grit it out in the fourth quarter to pull it. I don't care what it's going to take. We have to win this game. We can't start the season at 1-4. I don't know if that's going to be a hole we'd ever be able to climb out of. So whatever it takes, so my thing from the coaching standpoint is if something's not working, scrap it. Try something different. And then if you need to go back to it, you can. But find out what works and stick to it, because we have got to win on Sunday.
Absolutely. Nathan Snell said, I would also like to see more zone and blitz packages. We saw a little bit more of that this week. Definitely a little bit more blitzing action. You know what I did see this week that I really liked is that we saw more stunts from the defensive linemen.
Yeah.
We weren't just running straight up the field. We did stunts. And once we did those, you saw a lot of guys, Daron Payne, Jonathan Allen, a lot of those guys, even Montez Sweat at one point, he did a stunt from his right side all the way over to the left, and ended up getting in there and getting to the quarterback. So that we need that. Make that O-line have to start passing people off to each other and communicating themselves, because that I think is going to make a huge difference. And then he says also play more and also more play action on offensively.
Yeah, we've really struggled to play action. That's where and that's what Scott Turner likes to do, but we do that play action. That's when we're, we can't control them enough. We can't block them long enough.
Right. And that's the thing that I think it has to do more with a lot more running game, because if we can't, if you're not respecting the run, we definitely can't play action off of it. But I did see us, we were running the ball more, but what we normally play action off of is that long stretch play. That is it's getting to the point in the NFL where the backside linebacker or defensive end is just sitting there. A smart one is just sitting there waiting for the quarterback to come back. And if you saw that play, the one, or at least the first play action we did, it got blown up right away. You know what I mean? There was one play where we had a couple first downs, and then we did like a little read option, but Wentz held it in his belly too long, and then by the time he tried to pull it out, they were already in the backfield. So, like you said, he's not the same old young guy that he used to be. So we're going to have to see. Can we get the tight end more involved? Logan got involved a lot late.
It'd be nice. I'd love to see some more Logan Thomas. I think he's working his way back still from that knee injury.
Yeah. Well, and have we heard anything about Cole Turner?
So Cole Turner has fallen behind on the depth chart.
Yeah.
To Armani Rogers because and some of it has to do with special teams, but it's like him getting hurt in training camp has kind of put him behind, which stinks because we were so excited for what he could do. At some point, I'm sure he'll get activated at some point and be able to show up.
No, absolutely. Yeah. Inch or a mile, a win is a win.
It is. Absolutely. That's what we need.
And this is what normal Washington fans say. First, you don't succeed, give up, try something else. Well,
Yep.
We shall see. Yep. Bates caught a few as well. Late in the game. I like to see that. So, Will, let's go ahead and do it. Let's give our score predictions. What are you thinking is going to happen this week? Do we get the W? Do we get a loss? What's happening?
So, this is code red. This is your back against the wall. This is, you cannot lose this game and keep this going. So we're going to pull it out. It's going to be in the fourth quarter. They're going to need to score a touchdown to win it. So I'm going 20-16 Washington.
Let's go. I like that. I like that. Okay. I also think we're going to win it. I think that we are going to not hold or have those pass interference penalties like we had a week ago, and we will get a couple interceptions on Tannehill. Henry's going to have, a pretty decent day, and that's because I'm starting him on fantasy. But outside of that, I also think we're going to win. I think our offense is going to do what we do, put up 28 points because we're able to do that, and it's going to be 28-17. And I think we're going to be able to pull away late. Yep.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice.
It would be nice. We shall see.
Thanks for watching. If you like that clip, be sure to check out the other great content from the Let's Talk Football community. And as always, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when more great content like this becomes available.